Hi, this is 9 Scoops. I'm Rebecca Ferdinando and we're at the artist Yvonne Selvaratnam's home here in Brockley, and we're going to ask her 9 questions. So come on, let's go and ask them. So thank you very much for inviting us into your beautiful home. It's lovely. It's really lovely.
You're very welcome.
And your work is very beautiful.
Thank you.
Does it come from a place of pleasure or pain, or does it come from both?
Probably both, in as much as every painful experience you have, there's a lesson there anyway, and if you learn that lesson, then it's not a wasted experience, is it? I know a lot of my work, people would say, is quite dark, probably reflective of some of the experiences I've had, but I do hope that some people find it redemptive as well. They find it helpful that I can identify with their pain, maybe.
Yeah. And do you have a finished product, sort of an end result in mind when you're painting, or do you literally just pick up the brush and go with the flow?
I would say, for me, it's definitely an evolution. Some of these paintings have come very easily. Like, literally, I'll pick up my paintbrush and 4 hours later I'll have something that I'm pretty happy with.
Wow.
Others, though,
that's really quick, isn't it? 4 hours.
The others have absolutely tortured me, where, you know, I've sat and looked at it for... That one took about 6 months, and it's gone through so many evolutions, and you wouldn't believe, sort of, it's been more or less 5 different paintings before it got to that. Sometimes it's like that. It's a bit like, I suppose, if I was a writer, the backspace button.
Leave it, take some time out, maybe go back to it, and look at it with fresh eyes. Yeah.
But then that's quite often also about what I'm trying to get across in the paintings. The harder it is. Yeah.
So what do you think you're saying to the world through your paintings?
I think a lot of people use the analogy that you know, art is very much a mirror, held up to society. I'm reflecting some of the things I've seen. I've experienced a lot in my life. I think it would be a waste if others didn't get to hear about it.
So there's not just one message, it's kind of
very much
what's going on in your life at that time and what's going on in the world at that time.
Yeah.
And that's reflective.
And I've got, you know, 30 years of experience to delve into. I talk about Sri Lanka, which is the country I'm from.
Yes.
The civil war that happened there, how it sort of impacted on my people, on that country.
Would you say that Sri Lanka comes out through your paintings then? Is it reflective through your paintings?
Certainly some of my paintings, some more directly than others. I come from a sort of immigrant background, so I'm carrying baggage, if you like, from that. I talk about relationships. I think we can all sort of identify with that, the pain of breaking up. But probably most controversially, I talk about issues that women face. So the way we're supposed to be living in an enlightened world, equality, all of this. I know from my own experiences, I know speaking to other women, it doesn't work like that.
And that's probably even more so from the Sri Lankan background compared to the UK, is it? Or
I would say so. I mean, I've definitely got sort of cultural issues I'm battling. I think a lot of, probably sort of any number of Sri Lankan girls watching this, Asian girls watching this, and other sort of more closed communities will identify with some of the problems that I faced. Yeah. And hopefully overcoming.
Yeah, exactly. And it gives other people, you know, hope, I guess.
A different sort of possibility. You know, it doesn't have to be the way they've been told it always has to be.
Has there been a painting in particular that's been really difficult to finish?
Yeah, the one called Hound, that one, the one you spoke about, the eyes.
Right.
That has again gone through so many processes. It's actually, at one point I tore the canvas up, I was so angry with it, and I've actually rebuilt it on another canvas board, and that's just that painting is very much about fear and about living in fear, how it's sort of very destabilizing, debilitating. and it was very frustrating painting. It's very frustrating trying to get across what I was trying to get across, and it was only a few brush strokes away at every point, but they mattered.
I think you've done it now, so yeah, brilliant.
I'm quite pleased with that because it was that much harder as well.
Exactly. In one of your paintings, you quote a porn star. Tell us about that.
Obviously those were not my words. I actually had somebody come back to me and say they disagree with me. And I said, look, I wasn't agreeing with the quote either, trust me. That was somebody who was talking about men, and I would guess that most men use pornography.
Yeah.
They don't feel anything bad about it, but the person that they are looking to emulate, or they're looking to they're admiring in that shot, that person, that's what he thinks of you. That's what he thinks he's doing for you. So let's think about that a little bit further. Is pornography actually acceptable? And I just wanted people to think about it.
Yeah, just go away and think about it, and
the picture itself, it's quite sexy, but I don't think anyone goes away feeling like she's happy.
no. So it's a respect issue as well. If you were a scoop of ice cream, what flavour would you be?
Probably chocolate chip, because I'm full of little surprises.
Yeah, very good. And if you was to go to the North Pole, obviously ice cream being very cold, what 5 things would you take with you and why?
My son, because I can't be without him.
Of course.
3 books and my smokes, probably. Simple taste.
What books would you take?
Books I haven't read, probably. Big fat ones that I can really get into, disappear for a little while. I like that.
Where do you see your artwork going? Where do you see your work sort of going in the future?
At the moment I'm planning for a solo exhibition next year, hopefully end of summer next year. In the meantime, I'm talking to people about collaborating on a few pieces.
Well, thank you very much, Yvonne. That was your 9 scoops.
Thank you.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing more work next year and your installations. I think 2012 will be a big year for you, so very much looking forward to that.
Thank you very much, and keep it Mellow 9.
Keep it